guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Penny if you're new, and I am a small, very tiny influencer with a big heart that is here sharing my love, my passion for makeup, fashion, beauty. So if you love watching those types of videos, then for sure make sure that you subscribe to my channel. You should have the subscribe button down there and it's free. And also, of course, make sure that you click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future content. Today we're going to be trying out a lot of new makeup products from e.l.f. I think I picked up almost everything for the entire face. So we're going to be doing a full face of makeup utilizing e.l.f. products, new e.l.f. products. And what I am mostly interested is that they have a new concealer in here that I picked up. It's a hydrating concealer. And I am interested in knowing whether or not the concealer will do the job concealing my dark circles. So if you guys are curious like I am, make sure that you stay with me and keep on watching. Let's open up the box and see everything that we have inside. Okay, I don't know if I did this right, but this box was so difficult to open. I completely just torn it apart. Alright, so first of all, we got a little sponge. This is called the Camo Concealer sponge, and it's super cute, very tiny, and I don't think it's good for the face. So I actually did not pick up any foundation from e.l.f. I just couldn't really find my shade online, and I wanted to test it out in person and go to a store. So I am going to be applying a different foundation that is not e.l.f. Before I apply my foundation, I am going to be applying some of the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer, and this is kind of like a replica or a dupe for, well, it's supposed to be at least, for the Tarte primer, but this is the hydrating one, and this is the Luminous, actually not hydrating, it's Luminous Putty Primer. So it's actually shiny, so we have a little bit of glow here. So I am going to be applying it. I don't know if you guys can see that there. So I am going to be applying it all over the face because it's luminous. And it feels kind of like a paste. So it's not as thick as the one from Tarte. I am able to see that the luminous part of it, like I can see like little flecks, but very, very tiny flecks of like gold. But you can't see it from far. You can only see it from up close. And I don't think, it's not one of those that looks nasty, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not too shiny. It's just a little bit of reflection that it's giving me. And I can kind of see that it did blur down my pores right here a tad. So far so good. I am going to go ahead and apply my foundation off camera because I do not have one from e.l.f. And I'll be right back. So apparently I didn't get concealer. I'm so mad. I don't know what I did. I guess I took it out of the cart without noticing by mistake, but I intended 100% to buy it. But I do have the 16-hour Camo Concealer. This is the previous one. I'm so sad because I really wanted to try the other one, but I guess I'll test it out in a different video. I definitely want to pick it up. But at least we'll stay within e.l.f. So sad. But we're going to be using the older one to cover my bad boys. Actually, I'm going to move on with my brows first. So I am going to be using the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, which looks to me like it's a dupe for the, yeah, definitely a dupe for the Anastasia and the Benefit Precising My Brow. More than anything, the Benefit Precising My Brow, I would say, because of the name Precise Brow Pencil. So certainly. So I am going to be testing it out in the shade. Where's the shade? I think it doesn't say it, but I think it was brown neutral. I think they only had a few shades. So I'm pretty sure it's brown neutral or brunette. I can't recall, but it's a brown one. It's a darker brown. Alright, so far so good. No complaints about the pencil. I'll say for the price, it's pretty nice. It's pigmented. It was easy to apply the product. It's very thin, so it gave me a very precise application, so no complaints so far. I don't know if it's going to last me as long as the Benefit or the Anastasia product, but when it comes to application, honestly speaking, it was pretty close. So now I'm going to be taking a little bit of the concealer here on my hand so that I can clean my brows very quickly. Alright, so now I'm going to continue priming my eye. I did get the Putty Eye Primer, so let's go ahead and test it out. That is what it looks like. I'm going to be taking it on this brush, which is synthetic, of course. Alright, very good. So I like it so far. It reminds me of the Prep and Prime eyeshadow base from MAC, which is one of my favorites. I don't have it anymore. It dried out. The color, the texture, very similar. Going forward, whenever I use it, I am going to use it also to define my brows, because I did like the color for that, and the texture works perfectly for that as well. Now, I do have a comment in regards to the name, right? It's called Putty Eye Primer, and so far this was Putty Eye Primer, this was Luminous Putty Primer, sorry. When we think about putty, we think about pudding, right? For me at least. And putty is like that gel-like texture, like between gel and cream. When you think of that, you think of like sticky, maybe a little bit kind of like slimy, right? And this has nothing to do with that. The texture of this is just cream. Both of them are just purely cream. This one maybe a little bit more the actual primer for the face, but not even. It's more like a balm texture, but this is just pure cream. So in my opinion, none of them are putty, but I guess they just named it putty because putty products are popular nowadays and they wanted to have their own collection, which something wrong with that. They just wanted to let you guys know so that you don't expect that consistency, because it's not. For the eyes, I did pick up two different eyeshadow palettes. I got the Island Breeze, and I also got one of the little ones. This is very recent. I think this one is newer than the other one, and it's like, what do you call these? Oh, I love doing this. It's a quad. It's an eyeshadow quad, and it's in the shade Bite Size Eyeshadow Pumpkin Pie. So I guess the colors is pumpkin pie, this one. Really cute. It was only like $3, so very inexpensive, so I really wanted to test it out. It really reminded me of the Natasha Denona quads. I'm not sure if they're quads, but I know that she came out with like very mini palettes similar to these, so that really caught my attention. This one, by the way, it was free with the purchase. I believe the price itself is like $14, so that was not bad that they gave me this for free with the purchase. Alright, so this is the Velvet Touch Eyeshadow Palette. Pretty. We have a mirror. It's not like the most luxury palette that you have seen. For the price point, I think it's a very, very pretty. I guess we just need to test the shadows. I don't think... Oh, see, these feel like putty. For sure. Wait. Yep, these feel like putty. Oh my god, look at that one. I need to use that one today. Okay, this is so pretty. All right, so this is putty. This is putty, and I don't think they named the putty on the palette. No, they did not add the name putty to this palette, which this one feels a lot more like putty than anything else that we tried. Unreal, unreal. But I am dying to test that one out, so let's go ahead and try it out. All right, so I'm gonna get started with this one though. I'm gonna pick up this shade right here, and I'm gonna begin just creating that transition color on the crease. And I did not set that eyeshadow base. I'm not sure if it's one of those that you have to set. So I just left it as that, and so far the eyeshadow looks nice. It's blending. Even though when I look at the base, just my eye, it looks kind of rusty. But when I put the shadow, it's blending very nice. And next I'm going to be picking up the brown one from this palette, and I'm going to test it first with a brush. I don't know how that's going to work because, like I said, this is like a putty, like a creamy texture, so let's see how that works out. Yeah, it works, but I'm not a fan. These type of shadows, I would certainly apply them with like either a synthetic brush, and this is a natural fiber brush, or my finger, so definitely not for that. So I'm going to test it with this synthetic brush and see if I can get a little more color payoff. Alright, that kind of worked, but I will say for these shadows, your fingers are your best friend. So I am going to pick up, let me see, with this finger, this one. I am loving the color and the payoff too. Very pigmented, and I'm applying it more than anything like just right in the center. I didn't bring it all the way into the inner corners of the eyes. Taking the synthetic brush, I'm going to go into this one here, like the red one. And I'm gonna apply a tad on the outer. And I don't know, is that pretty? I'm also applying it on the inner corner of the eyes, just so that we can create that halo effect. If I had no nails, I'll be doing this with my fingers, but because I have nails on, and my nails are long right now, I'm using a brush. Like eyeshadows like these are typically meant for simplicity, like you just want to just throw the product with your fingers and call it a day. So it's something nice and simple. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of this one right here just to apply it on the brow bone as a nice highlight. Next, I'm very excited. I'm going to be testing out their H2O Proof Eyeliner Pen. So meaning it's waterproof. So very excited to try it out. I really need a good liner, something that is really nice and black and that lasts me, doesn't budge. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm hoping this is it. And it was very affordable, so very excited about this. Not bad, I like it. It was pretty black back here, but I would say it looks like the formula of this liner and the formula of these eyeshadows don't go together. They don't, because on this part here, I had to work very hard to get it to paint, like for it to be pigmented and to show. But then down here, it was super easy and it looks really black. Well, it's not like the blackest black, but it was a decent black. But here, not very good looking, but we made it work. So it's not bad. I am curious to see how it's going to work with every other eyeshadow product that I have. I just think that the gel consistency of the shadows doesn't go well with the liner. So for lashes, I did pick up these from e.l.f. They are in the style Troublemaker. So I never tried any lashes from e.l.f., but these look really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it off camera and I'll be right back. Oh my god, I cannot believe these are e.l.f. lashes. Honestly, I just did not expect them to look this good. I love them. They're so dramatic though, very dramatic, but they're super good and they look like as if they were real Mink and expensive, and they're not. They're e.l.f., which nothing against e.l.f., but they're not a lashes brand, so I didn't expect them to have lashes like these. I'm obsessed. I'm loving them. These are going to be one of my favorites for sure going forward, and I want to test out more. I want more. I'm so excited. Alright, so now I'm going to conceal my under eyes. I'm going to be using the 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. And of course, we're going to be testing the Camo Concealer sponge to blend it out. Love the sponge. It's super bouncy, super soft. Nothing to be jealous of the regular beauty blender or anything like that. It's amazing. It's a beautiful sponge. I really like it. We're going to be setting it using the Halo Glow setting powder. Very curious to see how this powder works, because of course that's one of the main things that we usually are afraid of, that the under eye area is going to look dry, and this is promising that it's going to set that and it's going to keep that halo glow. So the setting powder looks really nice so far. It doesn't look cakey. It's not drying me out. It looks really nice and smooth. I like it so far. So far, so good. Alright, so now I'm going to be contouring using the e.l.f. contour palette that you guys have seen a billion times on my channel. Blush, I'm going to be using the Primer-Infused blush in Always Cheeky. And I could have sworn that I had a highlight from them, but I don't. I don't know what I did. I used to have one. I used to own one. I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to be using this one from Laura Geller, which is Gilded Honey, which is an oldie but a goodie. So last but not least, I am going to be using the Sterling Satin lipstick from e.l.f. in the shade Nectar. Alright, so I line my lips first using So Are by MAC. It was the only liner that I was able to find quickly. Love the shade. Alright, so last but not least, I'm going to be setting my spray. And no, this is not e.l.f., but it's Kokie Cosmetics, which is affordable also, and it's called Set and Forget. I love the scent. Alright, muñecas, so with this we complete the face. I love how the makeup turned out. The only two products that I was not very impressed with the eyeshadow here, this eyeshadow palette, the Velvet Touch. Typically not for those shadows that you have to apply the whole thing with your fingers, like one shadow in the center of the lid, like yes, I can do that, but like the entire look, I'm not gonna do it with my fingers typically. So I don't know, it's not bad, but it didn't wow me. And then the eyeshadow base, it was alright, not, I don't know, like it looked dry and a little crumbly right before applying the shadows, but I can tell you that the shadows did blend easy. But I think this little palette is a winner. I loved it. It's so inexpensive for $3. And it blends so nicely. I'm very impressed. I really liked it. I liked the primer. I liked the concealer. You guys already know. I really liked this as well for the brows. I think it was pretty nice. The powder, everything I love. Those two were the only ones that didn't convince me much. The lashes, winners. Winners, winners, winners. But that is it, my loves. Unfortunately, I couldn't test out the new concealer. I will buy it separately and do a separate review. My apologies for that. It was a confusion. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me your thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. I love you all. Mil besos and I see you next time.